Hi, my name is Vie, and I am the author of Memoirs of a Forgotten Child. If you stuck with me for the past 3 videos, you know that I am having a daily vlog countdown until my book release February 14th. Valentine's Day, called Memoirs of a Forgotten Child. Why I even chose to write about such a taboo topic as abuse. Why I wrote Memoirs of a Forgotten Child. Now, long story short, I'm going to give you the short version. At the end of 2013, I was graduating or preparing to graduate. I was rekindling my relationship with my sister, and also I volunteered at a nonprofit. The nonprofit that I volunteered for was for adolescent boys, and they all went through some things because I'm nosy. So I went through their files, which I could because I volunteered there. And their stories were so interesting. It had so many complicated elements that layered each child, and you can see how they kind of ended up there. You understood where the mentality comes from, where the culture comes from, where certain flaws come from. You could see that their families most of them were always in the system. With the boys, you could see most of them had some type of sexual abuse. So it was just like hitting me at all angles, like, man, I gotta do something about it, but I didn't know what to do about it. So my sister's like, you should write a book. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna write no book. She's like, you should do it. And I'm like, I write for myself. I'll write poems, I'll write quotes, I'll write my thoughts, but I'm not gonna write no book. And she's like, you should. Then I danced with the idea, but I was like, I'm good writing for myself, but to write a book, to be detailed, to spill all my stories, to be very vulnerable, and you have to make sure that your grammar's on point, I'll pass. Then I asked other people, like, what do you think? Should I actually go for it? And they're like, yeah, you should do it. And I'm like, are you sure? Honestly, I was hoping for someone to be like, nah, you shouldn't do it. So I could be like, well, since you said I shouldn't do it, then I really shouldn't do it. But no one was telling me don't do it. So then I was kind of like, I have to do it. I was like, 300 pages, very brief, nothing personal, very vague. Ended up telling my whole life story. The majority of it. There's certain things I didn't tell, but I put times and dates and people's real names. For the most part, most people's real names. And it kind of felt like confessions. It felt like, for those who are religious, I'm not, who go to church, especially with the Catholic faith where you confess your sins, it felt the same way, except I was confessing my burdens, my sins, angst, my everything. It felt good to just be honest with myself and be open with myself and go back to those thoughts that were good, that were bad, that were sad, that were happy, whatever it was, and just to honestly let myself feel and be okay with feeling to myself in a book. I was working in social services, and at that time I was working with children who have parents who are low income. And a lot of these parents had a lot of needs, and me as a caseworker, I was supposed to fulfill those needs. That's my responsibilities. So I would deal with parents who needed childcare, which the agency I worked for, that's what they provided, or they needed food pantry, or they needed shelter, or they needed clothing, or they needed like parenting. Even if they wanted to quit cigarettes, I was supposed to find all those resources for different families, and I was juggling 36 families in the average school year. But aside of that, I kept on running into mostly women who told me their life story. And like I said, there's certain thing where when you survive abuse, it's like you can tell other people went through the same thing. They don't have to say it, but it's kind of like beating around the bush, using certain terminology, skating around the topic. But if you're really good at evaluating people, you're really good at pointing out certain words, certain expressions, you understand. On the weekly basis, I kept on running into women who felt comfortable enough to say that they've gone through things, but not comfortable enough to say what those things were. And then at the time I was rekindling my relationship with my sister, my half sister. We share the same father. And she told me that she had experienced certain things that I had. And then I thought about maybe should I write the book? And I was like, I don't know. I started writing in March 2014, March 4th to be specific. And I just told myself, we're gonna write 300 pages. It's gonna be very brief. It's gonna be very vague. And then we're just gonna shove it to the side. Whatever happens, happens. I started writing and it just gushed. All the emotions, all the stories, all the laughs, all the sadness, everything just spilled over. And it was just like an addiction where I had to keep on writing. Anytime I got free time, I was writing. Then I ended up working after graduating for this nonprofit who provides childcare for low-income families. On a weekly basis, I kept on running into women who felt comfortable enough to say that they'd gone through things, but not comfortable enough to say what those things were. So when I said, I've been through the same things too, and I told them I was writing a book, they were like, that's so awesome. They were very supportive of it. And even along the way of writing the book, I was like, always debating with myself, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? There was one woman who also worked at the nonprofit. She was a teacher, and she was like, I swear our supervisor hired you so you could spy on us. And I'm like, little do you know, lady, I am writing my career. It has nothing to do with you. January 28, 2015, I finished. But I didn't finish in the sense of, okay, now fast forward, book dropping, editing. And I kid you not, I filled the books. It took me about January 28, 2015. I was like, since I finished writing all this, I could just throw it away because I felt like it was a burden. I was purging everything that was in me, whether I remembered it, forgot it, buried it, subconscious, unconscious, whatever. I just spilled it all out. I really could just throw this away because I felt cleansed, kind of like a rebirth. But I was like, I can't just go this far and just throw it away because the story is bigger than me. May 12th, which is the day before my birthday, and I was trying to figure out what laptop should I get. And I knew I wanted to get a Mac. As soon as I got the Mac, I was like, 20 pages a day, that's what we're doing, we're typing it. I spent typing it from May 12th, my birthday was May 13th, didn't matter, I still was typing. Fast forward, I ended up finishing typing around June. But then it became editing, and I revised, and I took away things, and I added things, and I made sure the grammar was right. And then the last 3 times I edited, I ran it through Grammarly, and I had to get it professionally formatted. He formatted it spectacularly. I think, personally for me, the topic came to me, then I came to it. Honestly, I wouldn't have even talked about it because I felt like it wasn't necessary to talk about, at least not for me. And that's how the book came to be. Like I said, it really wasn't me. I wouldn't have written it for me if it wasn't other people that I came in contact with and they were honest enough to open up to me and tell me that they've been through the same thing and they're looking for someone to speak about it, but they themselves don't want to. So I was just like, I have to, because I could see the dysfunction in it all. If I didn't mention I'm a psychology major, that's what I went to school for. I can see the hurt and trauma of it all. I can see the coping mechanisms. I can see all of that. So I was just like, I should, but would I? And I did. What I will say about writing, especially something that is so personal, it takes you back. It really does take you back. You relive certain things and you remember it crystal clear. You remember how you felt, what you saw, what you heard. And it's good to go back and let yourself feel, let yourself roam, let yourself be. It's a good feeling. So that's how I ended up writing this book. Like I said, it's based on my life, but it's not really for me. That's how I interpret it. That's how I speak on it. It is my story, but it's not written for me because I know what it is. I went through it. But I feel like it needed to be an example for other victims and survivors to see that you're not alone and it's okay. There is life after trauma. There is life after abuse. You don't have to be the stereotypical, disheveled, broken down, battered, just can't get your life together. Like, you can proceed with your life. It was just an interruption, but you can continue. The whole story behind writing the story, I guess. Hopefully this video resonates with you, and if it doesn't, please forward it over to someone that does. Hopefully it answered any questions that you had about the book and what's in the book and the reason, purpose behind it. Like I said, I am doing daily vlogs. This is vlog number 4 for my countdown till February 14th, also known as Valentine's Day. Be blessed, and see you on the next vlog.